Super Bowl 55. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Oh, it's been a trying year for everybody, but the tradition continues. Super Bowl 55, away we go from Tampa. And they're going to start this drive at pretty Brady as he gets
a lot of fun, because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was a big... And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Taken down.
We know that someone's come to play today.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 42. Run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's into the clear. And all the City touchdown. With a Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say complete. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, Oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Shotgun now for Brady. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Buccaneers.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety too. They're going to bring pressure.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The surprise 2nd-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. Way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
2-yard line.
And here now the Hawks now with a 1st and 10 at about the 30. On in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this watch the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
12-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
12. Buccaneers, nothing.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move. Can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield.
KC's offense ready to take over. Mahomes a lead 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Broken tackle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall. They want to move at a nice pace.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half.
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. The trick play works. Excellent execution, 18 yards.
I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers. And Jones, he just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it. So I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the punt, 38 yards.
From the 38, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And 5 yards to go.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Breaks the tackling. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
38-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
But let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. Nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not nation. Now you can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
Yeah.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. Got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. But with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Brady, he'll find Jones again, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Brady over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hit momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over.
Did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there. They may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So they decline it, and they choose to not give them that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. all night. He is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to number 10.
Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key.
After review of the play,
The Chiefs will set up for the...
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. They're going to try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one. It's time they get him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
At their own 37-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
On first down, Jones, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tackle made.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Chris Jones.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl.
Oh, and now they're going to it. They can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you get, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the... Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They give him 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. from the gun. It's Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Should their woes on offense continue, that's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL,
and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride him.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to give consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the they can experiment a little bit, but all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 33.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So after that's complete to his running back, Evans. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Just like that. Just like that. Check. Think. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And they'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Willie Gay on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. 20, 10. Got this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake exit.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard and pick up some points.
For first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago is in memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Brady going to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Ronald Jones.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 40-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. Oh, he sheds himself free. Still going. They can't stop him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. The orders got to you.
Extra point up and good by Suckup as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are... And got his man complete! And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. The Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
On the fake extra point.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the
my
stuff she used to
grandmother used to
preserve.
say it smelled terrible. Brady now on first down. Quick slant to Bryant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well done.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Now Brown. Oh, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Brady's pass complete. fumble on the play.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And this offense continues to pour it on.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Butker on for the PAT. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive. First and 10. About 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun. Brady over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of 5.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The field goal is good. Here's 17.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And going deep for Hill. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's a touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit,
Harrison Butker.
but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Now Brady, maybe a free play here. Complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Brady now on 1st down. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions.
Buccaneers 17.
And to the Super Bowl champion name forever in NFL immortality.